What's up guys, Z628 here. Welcome to the beginning of taking apart the Mini Cooper R56 2009. Today is February 15th, 2026. I wanted this car to be done like by March, and I'm barely just starting it, so it's not looking so well. Anyways, that one took a bit too long. And yes, it's still here. First things first, I don't know how these videos are going to be structured. The reason the Ford Escape videos were structured so weirdly and long is because I don't really have that much content. I think I mentioned that in another video that I've done. So I was trying to kind of have it like a little bit longer of a series and not make the videos so long. On this one, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to keep them around like 20 to 25 minutes and not keep it too long of a series because I want to get this thing up and going. So it's going to be a lot of like tripod stuff. So far, what we've done with the car is we have wheels and tires in the vehicle that we'll be swapping for these. I'll still keep these obviously, but I'm going to go with 17s instead of the stock 16s, and I'm going with the 205 tires rather than the 195. So that's so far what I've done with the vehicle, which is not anything because I haven't put them on yet. But yesterday I went through ECS tuning, Turner Motorsports, Rock Auto, just everything, and broke down. I made a spreadsheet, I'll probably show you guys here, of all the things that I'm gonna be ordering for this vehicle. And this includes like performance upgrades, and this includes things to make the vehicle work. You know, head gasket, a whole gasket set, because that's what I want to replace most gaskets that I can get to while I'm in the vehicle already. New ignition coils, new spark plugs. This is going to be a necessity thing that I'm going to say is going to be a cold air intake. I'm going with the CTS one, especially I'll probably order it today because it's on sale by like $60. It's not a necessity, but with this one being partially done, I would need to get an extra pipe and in like a filter, so might as well just go with the full-blown CTS one. I do want to upgrade the intercooler because this thing is absolutely tiny, so I'm looking at a CTS intercooler. I might cheap out and just go with like a, from the reviews I saw, it's like a G plus one. It's like half the price, so I might go with that. I might go with the CTS one, I'm not sure. Those are two like performance slash kind of need upgrade. Well, the intercooler for sure don't need, but the intake I kind of do need. I am gonna go with a downpipe. Everything else is, you know, pretty much all coolant hoses I want to replace. So I'm ordering a Mishimoto coolant replacement thing, and that is the start for the Mini. Either way, blown head gasket. We might need to reshave the cylinder head, which that's why I'm not ordering any gaskets yet, because if they're shaving off a lot, I might need to get a little thicker of a gasket. So that I am kind of staying away from. That's probably the last thing I order until I take everything apart. But yeah, that's what's going on. So for what's happening with the vehicle is pretty much everything is going to be taken apart until the bottom end. We'll go from there. This is definitely the biggest job when it comes to engine that I'll do. I've done the transmission on that, as you guys have seen before on the channel. If you guys want to check out how to replace a rear camera, CV joints on that, the transmission, the PTU, all that stuff, check out the videos on my channel. But now it's time for the fun vehicle, the Mini Cooper. Let's get this started. All right, so we got the car jacked. I got the 6-ton jacks in the front and the 4-ton, whatever, the slightly smaller ones in the back. So it's slightly this way because I mainly need work done in the front, but I wanted all four to have been lifted. I wish I had 4 of these. That way I can just raise it up really high on all ways. But again, I don't want it too high because then this is too high for me. But right now it's literally perfect. And then it gives me enough room to be able to do downpipe stuff and all that. From the bottom of it, it looks actually pretty good. It's dirty. It's like really dusty and stuff because it's been sitting at that guy's country yard for so long. This is how the top was as well. But from what I'm seeing, no visible oil leaks or like a ton of rust. Obviously it's hard to kind of tell because of all the dust on here, but you know, little rust on some bolts and stuff. But from the looks of it underneath, it actually looks pretty good. Overall, the car looks like it's been taken care of really well. It just is a Mini and just shit out a head gasket, so no big issues there. But yeah, new downpipe will be coming in, and then we'll keep the stock exhaust because exhausts are very expensive. Pretty much how I did it is you have these jack points here on the Mini on all 4. This one does not have the little block, so it's just sitting flat on that. And so this one looks like it's raised higher or raised lower, and then this one's higher, but it's the same because that one doesn't have the block. Anyways, I used a 2x4 block thing, but I did it on this. Pretty much raise this, it just raises the whole side up. You get the jack stands on there, raise the other side, and then I just, while it was raised a bit, I can actually get my jack into the front subframe, lift the front a little bit more. That way we can get the bigger ones underneath. And remember, always check the work. So shake the car from all directions. See if it's stable. I already did the other side, but shake the car in all directions. That way you can make sure that you're not gonna crush under there. I'd rather want the car to fall right now than to fall on me. So, all right, let's get this started. I should keep this just in case because I do have the top part, but intake is out. I haven't watched any video of how to do any of this on the Mini. I'm just taking off the things that like I would know how to take off. But I'm struggling with this tube. I'm not sure exactly how it comes off. Obviously there's a lot more that I can do. I'm just, right now what I'm gonna do is drain the oil and drain the coolant, whatever's left of it, which probably isn't. Well, there's still some in there. More like fuel, but yeah, I'm gonna drain all the liquids in this. That way we can get that taken care of on that. All right, so we got our T50. Got it loosened up already, pretty much hand loosened. Let's see how much water comes out of this thing. Oh, you can already see the milk. Oh, it's milky. It's liquidy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is not what oil is supposed to look like at all. The nice thing is this is pretty much a tutorial of how to do a 2-in-1 coolant and oil swap. That way you don't have to do 2 jobs at once. You just do 1 job. Makes it so much easier. All right, so I'm draining the coolant from these hoses here because there's no petcock on the radiator, and it looked pretty good. Like obviously there's oil in it, but that's not from the radiator. That was already in there because I was cleaning the PTU with this. But it's blue. It's the original coolant, and it did drain from here. So There's still some in there, obviously mixed in, but that was just sitting in there because obviously the car was not on. But yeah, the coolant looked pretty good from that. So, all right, we're gonna leave it there because my sister is here, so I'm gonna spend some time with them. But we got the cooler freezing, the coolant coming out. We got the oil drained. I got the oil tank taken out and the vent tube for the intake taken out just to give some extra room. And pretty much other than that, kind of it. Took the tires off to give some extra room, but the tires are actually in good condition for the front ones. They're 3 years old, but again, the car's been sitting for 2 years, so they've been just sitting there. So these are in good condition. They are different tires though, because the rear ones are Falcon tires, and I wasn't able to find the date. It might be on the other side. Normally it's like that sometimes, but these aren't too bad, but I feel like these are just old. But yeah, tires are still good. Like they're still runnable, so I at least have some backup tires. But some Accelera VRs, if I'm not mistaken. Super cheap grassroots tire here, and then new wheels. But anyways, I just realized that the lock thing is a Mini logo. Cool. I always thought this was a British car, but there's a lot of Nazi language here. We got Achtung, Schlaulichtungen der Klimaanlage stehen unter Druck, geben offen Sicherheitsvorschriften beachten. That doesn't sound proper English to me. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, it's a freaking BMW slash Peugeot slash Citroen slash retarded. Anyways, that's where we're at right now. We'll get on to the next day. All right, it's been a couple of days since I've worked on it. Today is February 19th, 4:45. I'm only gonna work on it for like an hour or two today. The reason it's been a couple of days is I went to Vegas and back in 31 hours. There'll be a video on that soon, so definitely check that video out. You'll see it on the title. Don't know when it's coming out because I have to delay it, and I don't know when this is coming out. So it might be released, it might not be released yet. You don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, it was a crazy adventure. Here's a little clip of that. Anyways, that's that. So I've got a couple parts in, got some Mishimoto coolant lines, and I got my down pipe. I believe this is the down pipe. Here is the catless down pipe. So this should be very nice. Anyways, yeah, just a catless down pipe. It's gonna be extremely loud. Hopefully after doing this, hopefully it works, but hopefully doing that with everything else I'm getting for it and like a tune at the end, if I can get a tune going on it, hopefully we can get some more power out of it. But anyways, nice thing is with this car, I can work with it with the garage closed. Yeah, we drained the oil last time. Again, it's been a couple days, don't splash. Looks like good chocolate milk. It actually looks like delicious coffee or something. Don't know why I said delicious, because I absolutely hate coffee. We have quite a bit to go. I know we have to take the turbo off, the exhaust manifold, if that's the exhaust manifold, the intake manifold, whichever one. The thermostat's somewhere here. We have the high pressure fuel pump. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put it in the front end service mode. So that's pretty much taking this whole bracket tiering off. So headlights, this little chassis thing here, and you know, pull all that apart, pretty much this, so I can get access to the exhaust manifold, because you have to take that off to get into there, and then the engine mount on there. Plus, one, you wouldn't be able to do it without it. Two, it just gives you a lot of extra room to make it a lot easier. So yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. We already got like a lot of the, you know, top stuff kind of going, but to do the rest, we gotta we gotta do that. Again, this isn't like a how-to video. I am gonna start following a guide. I will provide the link in the description down below of the guide that I'm gonna use. Currently I'm using Mod Mini's video, so definitely check him out right there. But yeah, Mod Mini, I'm watching his video. This is for the non-turboed version. Pretty much the same thing. The turboed one just has a little bit of extra stuff because you'll have the turbo and things like that. But yeah, this will make the installing the downpipe easier, all the radiator hoses easier, all that stuff. So front end service mode, let's do it. To get into front service mode, 10 millimeter, I'm just gonna have this adapter just in case, but 10 millimeter, a Torx 30, and then a 13 millimeter. We're starting with the headlight. You got the 10 millimeter bolts. There's 4 of them here that I'm seeing. Headlight comes off, and then we can start taking off the clips. Very, very simple. And while they're off, since I have the full thing around, that's wiggling around in there a little bit. I think I'm supposed to do it, who knows, but I am gonna get these refinished on there. With taking all this stuff off, even with the Ford Escape when I did the transmission, I'm gonna try to keep it as like organized as possible, just so I'm not losing bolts or bits or anything like that. Yeah, just try to keep it as tidy as possible. That way you're not running into issues in the future. That one on there was missing a bolt, so we have 7 bolts. Now we're pretty much taking off the top bar here. Nice thing, the bumper was already off, so we got this part off. Obviously the bumper is part of the whole process, but I bought the car without the bumper, and who knows how that's gonna get back on there. I hate bumper stuff, but hey, we got this off. And then if anything, just buy like some styrofoam cups or bowls and always just group them. That's what I did with the Ford transmission. It helped a lot. I would even label them. With this, I have a bit more room, so I'm just putting them right next to what the thing is. That way you're not at the end saying, hey, what is this for? What is that for? You have it all there. Oh my God, I can't speak. 4 subframe bolts later. So much penetrant oil going back and forth and a battery swap. I think I need to invest into like just a better impact drill for things like this, because it's annoying. A compressor one would be nice. Probably should, because it's been a pain in the ass. I have to wear this because I'm doing it for like 10 minutes just for 4 bolts. Anyways, I thought turbos were a good thing. I don't even know how that happened. I just look and I like felt something wet. I was like, oh, a little bit of coolant, and then I see the blood. I have no idea how that happened. Anyways, I'm putting it into, oh, it's right here. I just saw the source. It's the tip. Anyways, I'm gonna clean my hands. I'm taking the intercooler off and all that stuff as well. Add it, so I'm obviously replacing that stuff. But yeah, working on the turbo. I think I'm just gonna take the radiator off and everything. So I gotta see how to do that, but let me go figure this out first. Intercooler's off. We'll do the classic MCM little tribute. Ooh, not good. We'll see how it is when the new one comes. This car is so damn dirty. Holy crap. There's just dust everywhere. one day, once I like get this all taken apart, I'm gonna fully seal like the top of the, like whatever is, you know, the bottom end once it's there. And I'm gonna try to just like air blow all the dirt out and like have a fan pushing outside just to get like as much as I can out of it because it's so dusty. Like the bottom is just pure dusty. It looks like a freaking rally car or something, which is dope, but it's not a rally car, even though I wish it was. Rally car? But yeah, anyways, intercooler's off, which is not part of the head gasket issue, but part of the upgrade issue. So that is off and ready to go. I might get new charge pipes as well while I'm at it, so that might be something that I get as well. I know myself, I'm probably gonna keep getting extra stuff and just swap everything, so we'll see how it goes, but most likely new charge pipes, we'll see. I'm taking the radiator off and I found a friend. It's a bee. I'm trying to make it bright for you guys. Who knows how long it's been there. He'll always be part of the Mini family. All right, I got the radiator off. So radiator's off. This job kind of sucks because if you're not removing the Freon from your AC, your condenser is completely in the way. A little bit of spillage, we'll get that cleaned up. And I thought it would be a little bit easier to access, but I didn't realize these flaps were all there. I should just do an AC delete. I'm not gonna do that, but God, this car is so goddamn dirty. It's so bad. But yeah, that's out, because either way, I have to take off the radiator hoses. Oh, there it is. Ouch. Oh God. All right, there's front end service mode, fully taken off. There it is. Now we can start that process. But yeah, downpipe will be replaced. This has the charge pipes and a couple of radiator hoses. So at this point, you know, because this one has a big like muffler thing on it. This one doesn't matter too much, like the outtake, because this is the intake pipe. For like the intake charge pipe, I think this is like the exhaust down charge pipe or something. I forgot which is which, but that one on that side, so the intake one has that muffler. The out one doesn't really matter. It's pretty much the same thing. Maybe just get a bigger piping, more airflow. But other than that, that's pretty much it on front end service mode, like full front end service mode. So now we can actually get into it. But at that rate, I am going to end this episode here. I think that's a good ending for the first episode. If you guys want to see more of the Mini and the future of the Mini and to see what we do with it and to see if we even get it to run and to see if we can even put it back together, if you guys like this video, hit the like button down if you want to see that stuff and more of the escape, the Vegas trip, all that stuff. Hit the subscribe button down below. Yeah, you guys have a wonderful and beautiful day. DSEC208's out.